ESA space missions contribute concretely to addressing global challenges and ultimately benefit humanity. But we're not going back to the moon, we're going forward to the moon, meaning this time it's going to be a lot more challenging because we're not going to the moon just to come back, we're going there to stay. We want to stay to properly explore the moon this time, to understand what are the potential resources on the moon and also what it can teach us about our own planet.
For our project in collaboration with the European Space Agency, we have designed a plan to allow the expansion and construction of a permanent settlement on the lunar South Pole.
It's the opportunity for not just us to explore what this moon base would look like, but how everybody in the world can go in now and experience it for themselves. And not just experience the moon base, actively build in a mini game a full-fledged moon habitat for a large community of astronauts. These are the actual models that we built for the European Space Agency that we took and worked with the team at Epic Games to make it into this Fortnite experience.
One of the really exciting features about UEFN is that you can bring in your own assets. Because ESA already used the Unreal Engine for training astronauts, they had some assets already that they could give us for Unreal Engine, and we could just bring those straight into UEFN.
On the moon's South Pole, we have craters that are in permanent shadow, which means they haven't been exposed to sunlight for, billions of years. Now, we think this permanent shadow could have preserved water ice in these regions. And if you're going to run a moon base, a permanent moon base, you can use water to sustain life, but also to create fuel and other sources of energy.
What we also need to learn in situ, resource utilization. Basically, it means you land on the moon and you find a lot of sand, and now you want to transform this sand into a resource. You want to extract something. That can be oxygen, it can be water, and you also need to learn how to use the sand to make a moon base, a house on the moon.
Because we'd spoken with the European Space Agency to learn about the different aspects of the mission that will actually happen as we go back to the moon, we were able to incorporate those into the gameplay. So, for example, finding resources is one of the big challenges. And so we want to incorporate that into the gameplay. And the player has to go around learning, but also gathering resources, finding them on the moon, which will be a big challenge. And then the other thing the player is doing is that they're creating this habitat. They're putting it together module by module in the same way that a real mission might work. Another feature we used a lot was Verse. Verse is the programming language that's used to drive UEFN experiences, and we use that for lots of parts of this demo, whether it's spawning resources or tracking which places a player has been to, or when you have enough resources to build the habitat. We use Verse for all those kinds of things to really manage the whole experience. Other things that we could take advantage of were the lighting systems, but also the material systems. We could create very complicated materials that mirror the effect of real materials in real life, and also do things like particle effects to show the way that dust is kicked up by the rovers moving on the surface as well.
Traditionally, when we design a new project, it's only visible to either the client team or a very select few people. Now, for the game to include our design means that our design is exposed to millions and millions of people at once. And people can also have a go to understand the challenges and the fun about how to design a moon base.
For me, this is one of the most exciting things about Fortnite is it's a platform and an ecosystem where you create a whole variety of content. Here at Epic, we're just really excited about pushing that further and thinking about how can we push this forwards? How can we bring whole new kinds of content to the huge audience that's already playing Fortnite?
Hello, everybody. Look who
Hi,
we got
hi.
here. The
It's me.
wonderful Ask Alice. She's here joining us today. And I am so excited and thankful. We've got more surprises too. But
Mhm.
Alice, everyone say hi to Alice. Hi, Alice.
Hello, it's officially Carol, but you can call me Ask Alice. I'm the person that's been lurking in your Discord, and I'm your friendly neighborhood Lego community manager. So I work over at the Lego group in the games team, and we're the ones who released Lego Fortnite, of course, and all kinds of cool stuff. But today I'm super excited to share all kinds of fun stuff with you. So thanks for having us on here, Shane.
Yes, and I'm lucky enough to have Carol here be my co-host for today. So everyone, give a nice warm welcome to Carol. We're so thankful to have her. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff: Lego, Lego bricks, Lego islands, Lego island building. Get ready, everyone. It's going to be a blast. Lego's also excited to share with us all of the cool things that they've seen y'all making. So we're going to give a few shout outs here as well. But first, we got to get into the normal biz. And Carol's going to be here with me while we do that, which is exciting. And that's going to start with our Epics picks for next week. So Dan, if we could share my screen really quickly, I'm super excited to talk about it. Okay. We've also played both of these. Carol and I have played, we checked them out. So we're excited to chat a little bit about them here. But the first one kicking us off with Stacks by R2. Congrats, R2. And mods, if you have the link there, feel free and drop in the little copy so everyone can check out Stacks if they'd like, and the code. That'd be awesome. But yeah, how did you like Stacks, Carol?
I really like this one. I think it's a classic. You know, it's like after you've been like pew-pewing everyone for like 6 hours straight, you just kind of want to like relax a little. And it was very addictive, and the audio was very relaxing. So I really, really, I played this one way longer than I thought I would.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was beautiful. What I love the most about this too is it felt like I was going into another game entirely, and I think that's what we're always looking for. Thank you, Professional Cog. Especially when it comes to islands, the more apart from Fortnite we get, the more we're able to see what is possible. And so R2, you blew us away with Stacks. Super fun, super cozy. Really enjoyed that. And then we've got Side Parkour Adventure, which based on the thumbnail alone, I don't know about you, Carol, but jumping in, I didn't know exactly what to expect. And then I got there and I was so excited. I was so pleased to see what kind of a game this was, where it was side scrolling. Oh, what a blast from the past, huh?
Yeah. I thought it was going to be a really simple game, and then it was like games within games with rewards and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, honestly, I don't know how these people do this, how you have time. But yeah, it was like a gift with more gifts inside. I enjoyed it.
Truly. The cool thing was all the worlds that they had. I think this one also had like the hats you could purchase with enough coins. And what I really loved is the setup, so it felt immersive. So congrats, Vicena, for that. But yeah, Side Parkour Adventure. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. Then we've got 999 level OBBY parkour. This one, I'm not good at parkour. I don't know about you, Carol. I know we go back
terrible.
to the basics, but
I couldn't do it.
I got farther than normal, but yeah, I'm not good at these, but it was colorful, it was fun, it was joyous. So congrats, Atlas, for 999 level OBBY parkour.
Hey.
This one, I don't know if this one might be one of my favorites now ever, but Frothy Tycoon is absolutely adorable by Froggy. So shout out to Froggy if you're out there. It was nice reaching out to Froggy this week. They're very sweet. But yeah, this one was just everything I wanted. Cozy vibes, cute little frogs, and coffee. What about you, Carol?
I thought it was so adorable. I really did not know what to expect from the name or that thumbnail. So I like it. I like being pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, me too. And I love a good tycoon. So congrats, Faragi, for this one. Love the thumbnail, by the way. Super, super cute. And then we've had Curious on actually as a guest for our fireside. So congrats, Curious, for Prop Hunt Fright Farm. I don't know how many prop hunts you've checked out before in Fortnite, Carol, but the thing that I really love the most about this was how they took it to a new level. So they had like daytime and nighttime, and then in nighttime it's like all the spooky stuff came out. So that was really cool to see.
Yeah, I love spooky things. It gave me some ideas. I feel like, on the Lego group side, we should do way more spooky things. Guys, give me some spooky Lego content, please.
You're a spooky girl too. I love that. You're gonna love my
Yes.
favorite Lego build then.
Ooh,
Um,
I'm excited.
but this was so cute. So congrats, Curious. We're excited to see you in there making your aesthetic pieces. Ooh, and then we have the famous Neverty7. Neverty is taking over the Fortnite world a lot. We see a lot of different islands coming from Neverty. So congrats, Neverty, for being an Epic's Picks for Virus Ball. This was the only one I didn't get to check out in detail because I was I was doing it quickly and I was the only one there and I didn't have any friends to play with. So I got to like see it start and check it out and see how in depth it was. But I sadly didn't get to play with anyone. But did you get to check it out, Carol?
I also didn't have to get to play with anyone. So maybe Shane, we should just add each other and see how far we
Sounds
can
like
get
a
with
deal.
Virus Ball.
Yes, we need to play more. But this one was super, super cool. Neverty, for context, Carol, Neverty's been known for building really cool, spooky experiences since even
Ooh.
before UEFN. But when UEFN came out, I want to shout out to Neverty7 for producing nonstop spooky content for the UEFN
Yes.
universe. So
I like it.
That's right. A win. W's in chat. Okay, and then we've got our final one for next week is Laser Tag Gun Game by O Seymour 17. There's nothing like a classic laser tag. Did you get to play this one too, Carol?
Yes, I actually really like this one. Just because it brought back some good memories or bad memories. I'm not really sure.
It's hard to remember back when I was playing laser tag, but I don't remember like crying out of happiness, you know? Like
Yeah, there was definitely crying for sure.
But I still want to do it today, so maybe I'm just a glutton for punishment. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But you can play it in the safety of your home now in Fortnite, thanks to OC More 17. So definitely
you.
check that out. You're welcome. Cool. All right. Well, that's it. We got. Oh wait, I did want to do one shout out real quick. Let's see. I got it. I have it hidden somewhere, but I didn't want to forget it. And that is that we have. Oh gosh, there's too many screens up, y'all. I have shout outs for new featured creators, and I want to give some love. Yes.
Ooh.
Where are we? Okay. So, yes. So for the month of January until now, I saw quite a few returning creators being featured. A lot of ones that had recently been featured for the first time coming back and getting more features, which is super cool to see. So it seems like once you get the grasp of it, you know, they're on a roll making new stuff, which is really cool. But we did get a handful of newly featured for the first time creators. Give shout outs to Bad Boba, great name. Clayton, it's Jackie, Global Depression, we're all feeling it, Hammerleaf, Simon Foes, Arthur, Ferogi. So congrats, Ferogi, for the first time feature, and OC More 17. Congrats, you two. So the two that we called out today were your first features. So congrats. Y'all are killing it. I'm excited to see what everyone else continues to make in the world of Fortnite. Both within islands, we've got rocket racing tracks now, and we've got Lego Islands, which we're going to go into more detail on. And we're going to go into detail right now because we're going to cut over to the news for the week. I'm going to try and make this quick. As you know, we didn't have a Creating in Fortnite last month because things were chaotic with GDC. Thank you to all who showed up and said hi. It was so great to see you all again and meet you for the first time if I hadn't. Yeah, we got tons of news. So we're going to try and get into it. I'm going to breeze past these, Carol, and then we can talk a little bit more about Lego and then we can get into it. So kicking us off with of course, the wonderful Creator Portal. If you aren't watching your Creator Portal looking for news, please check it out. If there's places that you find, if there's avenues where you wish news was, also feel free to let community know because we're always looking for ways to reach more of you on what's up and coming, what's popping off, all the cool stuff coming out. But yeah, Creator Portal should be the go-to. It's built into everything that y'all do. So I'm going to start there. And we're going to kick it back all the way to rocket racing tracks in UEFN. March 20th, you can check out the blog in Creator Portal, and it goes into great detail about what all currently is available for rocket racing tracks. Have y'all made any? How are they doing? Have you had fun with the tools? Let us know in chat. And also get your questions ready for Lego group here to talk more about Lego Islands. Then we also, of course, had the State of Unreal. That was huge. Lots going on there, of course, in the universe of UE, but also UEFN and Fortnite Creative. So we're not going to go into great detail here, but if you haven't read it all, There's a lot here. Kicking it off, we got Lego, we got rocket racing tracks, we've got MetaHuman. And then there was a bunch of other little details in there. So if you haven't watched the State of Unreal, you can check it out on the Unreal Engine YouTube channel, which sadly I don't think I can link to, but you could Google it and you can find it if you so choose. And then I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to see what y'all make. I don't know about you, Carol. I'm like, Alice, Carol. Yes. I'm torn, but but MetaHuman's going to be wild in Fortnite and all the things that people are making with it. You know, there's going to be a lot of adjustments, a lot of things coming out with this team. They're hard at work, but your feedback's super important. Make sure you're sending that to us in the official Epic Developer Community Forums, just so, you know, we can keep getting the feedback to the right teams, because MetaHuman's like a whole big thing over here at Epic, outside of even Fortnite, and we're all coming together. It's really cool. But check out the latest blog on MetaHuman here on Creator Portal, and you can check out how you can make your own MetaHumans easily and put them inside your UEFN creations. And even the amount of space they take up is absurd. It's wild. So we're excited to see how that advances and everything to come with that. But definitely, if you've used MetaHuman in your islands, please share with me. Please tag me at Callie Shane on Twitter, because I want to see them. I'm so excited. Briefly going to run through these, and that's the two updates, the big updates that we had. I know we had 29.10 and 29.20. We've got a lot of little stuff in here, little details. Definitely check them out. V29.20 had a bit more. We've got some updates. We've got some prefabs. We've got some patchwork updates. Yeah. And a lot of cool stuff there. Been making some big moves with that. And then we started our stream with this, but I want to take a moment, and this is when I was talking about, Carol, how cool it is. It's the Lunar Horizons in Fortnite, an immersive reimagination of the mission to the moon. I was almost late to setting up for the live stream because I was so immersed in this. The team did an amazing job. It was a collaboration of, oh gosh, so many people: Team Power, Epic Games, ESA, Hassel, all to create this like real, like, feeling like you're actually on the moon. You are a scientist, you are expanding the universe, you are learning so much about what takes place on the moon, and also there's some gameplay in there. It's really fun, but the details are amazing. Super beautiful, very immersive. The music alone I could put on, Carol, and just like read to or chill. Like, it is so cool.
Are you a space girly? Like, did you grow up loving NASA and loving everything about it and watching the Mars rover go into space and things like that?
I do remember the Mars rover going to space. My bestie was actually a space girly, so it always warms my heart because I think of her and her dad. They were obsessed with NASA and space. So this was my first time like really playing, other than a game I might not be able to mention because of its rating, but like space games I definitely do enjoy, and spooky space games. So I'll leave it at that.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. What about you, Carol? Have you found space pretty fascinating?
Yes, I love space-related things. In fact, the one I'm in Denmark right now, but I used to live in the US. My one regret about moving to Denmark is that I didn't get to see the solar eclipse. Did you get to see the solar eclipse?
I didn't. It was so funny. I was in between meetings, so I ran to like the restroom and grabbed water, and I came back and I realized I missed. Such is life of a work from home professional. But you know what? I'm okay with it because a lot of people I heard were like, "My eyes burn. What's wrong with my eyes?" They were just looking at it.
Oh no!
Not that I would do that, but like, yeah.
But why?
Yeah. I hear you, chat. I hear you. Oh my goodness. Okay, and with that, we're gonna dive into the big topic of today, which is creating your own Lego islands in Fortnite, Fortnite Creative and UEFN. So if you haven't checked it out yet, I'm sure you're here because you're excited to hear more. But there's a blog all about it. There's templates out there. There's some islands they've produced, so you can check it out and see exactly what can be done and have a cozy little fun time there. And we're going to cover all that and more. But also make sure if you're curious about getting started building your own Lego islands, the bottom of the blog here tells you everything you need to know. Check out those links, check out that documentation, check out EDC. We've got everything there. So if you're excited about anything you see today, you can go and make it happen right here. So yeah, well, And Carol, just before we bring in our guests, tell me
Mhm.
a little bit about what the experience has been like for you as a community manager, on these Lego Islands and working at Lego, and what your experience has been seeing what they've done with the tool so far.
Yeah, I've been in the developer ecosystem for a really long time. Some of you might recognize me on a competing product, so I won't mention them. But I did some Lego stuff back then, so it's really a trip to be like full circle and come here and talk to Shane about Lego again, the Lego bricks and sets and everything again. So I'm really excited about that. And it's been a blast. I'm in Denmark at the Lego headquarters, which is kind of fun. So if ever, any of you come visit Legoland here, I will be your personal tour. So that's part of my job as a community manager, and I will invite all you creators here that consider it official that anytime you come here, I will give you a personal tour.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Thanks, Carol. We appreciate that. I see some questions in chat already. If you have a question, we're changing things up a bit just to make it easier, because y'all get really chatty and excited about things, and it's great to see, but sometimes it's really hard to see questions. So if you have a question, please put in brackets question at the start. You can check out how to do that in the about section of the Twitch page. But yeah, brackets question right at the start. That'll help draw our eyes so we don't miss your questions, or at least very least we can write them down and have them, so we can get back to you on the forums and stuff about that. But yeah, again, get your questions ready. We've got the team here. Put question in brackets. We'll be looking out for that. The wonderful mods will be helping pull those questions for us. And
Thanks,
yeah, we're
mods.
excited to get started. Oh,
I do want to address one thing that's been pointed out in chat right now by
Go
Nodal
ahead.
Cats. And they said, Jang, that cat microphone is so cool. And I'm so glad you pointed it out, because this is the cat that's in the Cat Island Adventure Lego game. So thank you for noticing it. I appreciate it.
That's right. We appreciate you. And I love the keen eye, the observation there of the cat from hold on. I don't want to mess it up. Lego Cat Adventure Island.
Cat-
Wait. Did I say it right? Is it
Lego
Cat
Island Adventure.
Cat Island. Oh, I swapped it. I'm so sorry. I love it so much though. If y'all haven't checked it out, we're gonna go into detail about it, but that's been a favorite. When I was at GDC, I got to interview the wonderful Anders, who is here with us today, who we'll bring in shortly. And we were asking Anders, what's your favorite Lego island that the team has made? It's Cat Island. Cat Island Adventure. and I was like, yeah, that's all of us say that, even over at Epic. So I'm curious to hear though, as we're going, tell us your favorite Lego created island in Fortnite. We're excited to hear. But with that, I'll stop teasing you all, and we will bring in our wonderful guests, Rasmus and Anders. Please join us.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Woo. Applause and ASL. We're so excited to have you all here. Thank you so much for your time. By the way, everyone here joining us, you've been to our streams before. To put it in perspective, this team is here straight from Denmark, and it is late at night for them. So we're just really thankful to have them here. So please give love to them. Give them your support, because y'all know what it's like to work late. So we really appreciate your time here. Yeah, and with that, I'm gonna throw it to you, Carol. Give us a little bit more of an introduction about yourself if you feel comfortable. I know you guys like to ask some fun Lego questions. I'll go round table for everyone here.
Yeah, so for those who are just tuning in again, I'm the community manager for Lego Games. I'm the one that's going to be talking to you in Discord, and I hope to meet all of you creators. But the real stars of the show is going to be Anders and Rasmus. So I'm going to throw it over to them. Rasmus, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us what you do at the Lego game team, and why don't you tell me what your favorite Lego set is? And I would love to know in chat as well, what is your favorite Lego set?
Well, thanks a lot, Carol, and thanks for being here. This is really awesome. Yeah, I'm Rasmus. I'm a director of creator experiences at Lego Game. I used to work on Lego Fortnite, and then I worked on the Lego Island Lego OBBY fund that we're going to talk about, and now I head up the creator experiences team. So moving forward, we are going to be working on all sorts of onboarding material for Fortnite Creative, and for UEFN. And my favorite Lego set is the Black Seas Barracuda Lego pirate ship. That's the one I had as a kid. And we're going to talk more about that today, I'm quite sure.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, handing it over to Andis. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do at the Lego Group, and what your favorite Lego set is.
Oh yeah, the last one I need to think about, so I need to speak longer about what I do, so I can have some time to remind it. But first of all, Carol, if you have massive total lunar eclipse FOMO, just as a service announcement, next year in September, it will happen in Denmark. So just stick around.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
Perfect.
Service announcement. Yeah, but besides being a astro geek, then I'm the head of product for creator tools and ecosystem. So I love tech, I love tools. Not only the tools we use ourselves internally to make awesome experiences, but especially tools that we put in the hands of all of you. That's where I really have a big passion. So that is what I do. Favorite Lego set? I think it's sort of evolving, but I think in my heart and at the core, I love Lord of the Rings, Sting on my wall, the Ring of Power on my hand, and Rivendell waiting over there.
Nice.
And I think my favorite Lego set is probably Backend that we did in 2012, I believe. We did a Lego set of Backend. So I think Lord of the Rings, yeah, love it.
It's a beautiful set.
Shane, what about you? What's your favorite Lego set?
Ooh. Okay, so the one that I have physically behind me, that's hard to see because it's blurry, but she's right there. There she is, the little house. Is the Hocus Pocus house. Absolutely.
Nice.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, I don't care if I don't have room. I don't care if like this is reigniting some, crazy obsession. We're gonna start building a ton of things in the house that I have no room in, but I'm buying this. And I built it during the holiday last year, and it was just like reignited my passion for it. For every little piece, something tactile, something to do when you're just getting cozy and chilling. And I watched Hocus Pocus while I built it, which was super fun.
I love that.
Over and over. It's just one of those things. It was like so nostalgic to me. But the ones I'm jealous about, I really, really love the A-frame cabin. I think that's beautiful, and it brings back a lot of warm memories for me. And I'm really excited about the Bat Cave that y'all launched more recently.
Ooh.
That one is on my list of like,
for sure. Yeah.
There it is. Yes. And I'm this close to buying the Disney Castle. I'm just waiting to save up enough for it because I really think it would look super cool back here with the light and everything. So I'm like, I gotta open that can of worms. But yeah, awesome.
Awesome. We didn't actually know you were that big of a Lego fan, so that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm super excited. This is gonna be I'm gonna be just in my element chilling here. I've been obsessed with miniature things since I was tiny for just little tiny things. So Lego's always been one of my favorites.
Awesome. All right, so let's jump into it now that you know the little crew that we have here. We're going to start off by giving you an overview of the tools, and then afterwards we're going to talk about why we got into making our own Lego islands and games, just so you have a background on how we started creating things and why we're in this ecosystem. And then afterwards, we're actually gonna talk about some of our favorite picks that some of you made. So hopefully some of the creators here in chat and you can hear us talk about it. But yeah, we're gonna do a little shout out at the end, and hopefully this is something that we can continue doing if we behave enough and Shane lets us come back for next time. So yeah.
We'll see.
Take it away, Anders.
Let's go.
Love it. And this is why I didn't summon Dan to switch to the video, right? Awesome.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah.
Hey, Petey.
Perfect.
No, I'm gonna give a little bit of an overview of the tools that got announced and released during GDC and the State of Unreal, because we have made some Lego islands before these tools arrived, and we've been spending some time on evolving our toolset to make awesome Lego islands for the Fortnite platform. But of course, we all feel it's even more fun and amazing when these tools gets in the hands of all creators. So that was super exciting to get that out the door at GDC and the State of Unreal. And what it is, if you haven't checked it out, it's essentially 4 new templates that you can choose from, both diving into Fortnite Creative or UEFN. There's a completely new Lego template section, and that is the entry point to get access to these amazing tools. The big difference is, of course, you are now playing as a minifigure instead of the Fortnite character, and then you can start diving into the familiar creative tools, as you know, from UEFN and Fortnite Creative. With, of course, the big addition of us bringing in a lot of different Lego content, devices, prefabs, etc., and these 4 templates. And I think, Rasmus, I actually haven't never asked you that. What is actually your favorite templates of these 4? What is your starting point?
I almost feel bad about saying it live because we work very closely with Epic, who actually created these templates, like in very close collaboration with us. So I feel bad about sort of saying that I choose one over the other, but I do have a favorite, and it's the home builder.
Okay.
Because it just
Fair.
looks so amazing with the buildings from the inside, the houses from the inside, and then the destruction of the Lego modules look amazing as well with the goo gun. But
Yeah, the destruction is really, really fun. So when you use this classic building system from Fortnite Creative and use all the different Lego building modules we have added in, then yeah, definitely try the goo gun and then just destroy everything you have built. It is really, really fun to see all the the models break apart. So yeah, I think my favorite is I really love the musical one. It has some really cool, fun Lego models, as you can see here on the screen, and then with the focus of music, which is quite different. So I do think the 3 templates hopefully should cater for different type of creators, at least at a starting point. But then there's also the blank canvas if you just want to dive into to the island and then start from scratch, essentially, which is also really cool. I think one of the cool aspects that I also want to add is the familiar devices that we added in. So most of the devices, can be used by the minifigure. And yeah, that's just super fun to throw the minifigure around with the movement modulator or other devices. Yeah, I think, yeah, I love all of them. And then, of course, the addition of the weapons we added with a very twist of Lego spin, the snowball cannon and these kind of things. It's super fun. Yeah. So really encourage you to dive in and try it out. And it is the starting point. We of course want to learn, and we actually at the office had a game jam where we tried making games. Every one of us in Lego games. So it was super fun and really trying to see, okay, where do we take this next? Because it is the starting point, and we just want to see all the cool things you're making.
That's really cool. And just to double check too, I know we're doing this in partnership, so we've got Lego game group on one side, and then Epic as well, and we're combined to do this. Where's the best place to share feedback? Carol, do you have suggestions that would work to get it directly to the team?
Yeah, so I'm in the Discord, and Shane very kindly made me a nice little space, so you can just check out our channel there. So any piece of feedback, we've actually been reading everything, and I'll be more active now that you all have seen my face. But the whole team here will actually be there too. So if you have questions, we actually really want to help you. We want to build everything with you. We want to build in the open. So your suggestions really help us. So yeah, just put it in there. And I know Shane also has the feedback channel where you put in there. All you have to do is tag the Lego tag, and then we'll be able to see it. And I've been gathering all of that. So, or you can reach out to me directly too. Totally can do that.
Awesome. Thank you. And thank you to everyone who has already. We see you in there. And also an amazing comment in chat. The animals in the templates are super cute. I wish Churro, the Lego Cat Island Adventure Cat, would be added in the template.
That is the feedback.
That's a good tip.
Yes.
That's a good tip. Yes.
Cool. So do we want to jump in and start talking specifically about how we started building some of the islands, some of our reasoning behind it? Should we start maybe with OBBY?
Yeah,
Nice.
let's do that. So Dan, should we show the? Oh, there it is, the Lego OBBY fun. So this is a Lego island we did ourselves. It has a kind of special place in our hearts because it's the first fully internally developed Lego island. So the starting point here was we kind of wanted to make something that felt familiar to Fortnite players, but at the same time we wanted to give it a really distinct Lego feel, and we really wanted to test our tech like how do we actually make stuff in UEFN, and how do we sort of use it, and what can we use, how can we use those learnings to also prepare for the tools that Anders just showed. And so so we decided, let's do an OBBY, because that's a very familiar genre, but how do we make it sort of unique? So we did some prototypes, and we started testing them with colleagues and with kids. We do a lot of kids testing as well. And we were really only 2 people. And when I say 2 people, I really only mean 1 person and like 5% of another person, because we had an awesome UEFN creative called Johannes, who basically did all the prototypes, and we were just bouncing ideas, him and me, on how we should make the game. And so we ended up with an OBBY game, but it's slightly different. It's kind of our version of something like Only Up. So you have these platforms that sort of appear semi-randomly in front of you, because we wanted to add sort of a little bit of unpredictability and replayability. And then when they spawn and when you land on them, you get these really nice sort of Lego click sounds from our official Lego brick library. There's also original music made by some really nice, awesome internal audio designers we have. And then the Lego models are actually built by actual Lego model designers as well. So that's kind of some of the twist that we could provide. And so we tested it with kids, and they were like, oh, this just feels like we're actually building our own OBBY when we are playing it, even though you aren't really building it. But they really liked it. And it was so much fun for us, because we could create this in UEFN in a matter of months. I think the actual development time was like maybe 1.5 months. And then, of course, you have all the QA and release and stuff like that. But it's just for us in the Lego group and in Lego Game, who often work with partners that do AAA console games that can take years. Just doing something like this in such a short amount of time, of course, building on top of all the tech work that the amazing team at Epic and Anders' team have done is, but still, I mean, actually from idea to live, it was a really short amount of time, and that was super amazing for us. And now we have this new update coming up to Lego OBBYfun. It's we call it the hard mode update. So this is another fun thing. When we test with kids, we also test with colleagues, of course. And the colleagues, they were all like, "Oh, this game is too hard." And of course, everybody knows when you make a game, you go completely blind. You have no idea how hard it is, because you played it like 500 times. And so our colleagues, they died a lot. I mean, it is supposed to be hard, but they died a little bit more than we would have wanted. Then we tested it with kids, and there was this boy who finished the whole game the first time he tried it in 45 minutes. And I was like, okay, we are all complete noobs in Lego
They're
games.
next level.
Exactly. So okay. So that was actually quite interesting. So, and then the kids were all like, it's really fun, but there are these checkpoints, you know, where you kind of save when you get to a certain point in the game. You don't start all over. I mean, we wish there was this hard mode in, so that you don't have any checkpoints. If you die, you just start over completely. And we were like, I wonder what these kids play normally. Do they play some really crazy hardcore games or something? But that's what we did. We listened a lot to kids' feedback, and we did this hard mode, and we'll see how it goes.
I can add to that the hard mode. So we are sitting all in Billund, and all the development is happening right there at the office. And Johannes, which is I think you put the evil side to Johannes after starting this hard mode, because I was trying that, the latest one. I'm usually pretty good, and it is hard.
Well, yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
I will say too, I got to check it out at GDC at the booth, which was super fun, and I got on it. I'm usually really bad at those these days. Like platformers I used to be great at, but now that I'm older, it's a little bit harder. And so I sat down, I'm like, I know this is gonna be so hard for me, and then I got through it. I actually was trucking along, and I think a big part of it, honestly, was how cool and unique every piece you were jumping on was, and how it all built up to something super unique. And to learn that there were actual, certified Lego builders making those in-house is really, really, really cool. And it definitely shows, because they feel like you feel a lot of immersion when you're playing it. So I'm so happy to hear that. It's really cool. And we do have a question about the assets in the islands. I'm not sure if you all have insight into this, but they're wondering if we'll get access to the assets that have been used in any of the official Lego islands in the future.
Yeah, so of course we know that we want to provide a vast library because everyone wants to create that unique game that is just for them. So of course we'll look at it and add to it because we know everyone wants to express their vision for the game, being pirates, knights, cats, dogs, whatever. So yeah, that library will definitely expand.
Yay. And then this is a question I think for me. Do all LEGO games made by the community get a chance in the Discover? Yes, if it is published, it is live, everything gets a chance. They get like a set chance. I think it's twice the last time. You can check out the latest Discover blog on Creator Portal, and they kind of go into detail about what to expect there. The big thing is going to be engagement. Is it engaged with, do they start seeing more and more people pop in, and then they know, oh, this is something where the algorithm will put momentum behind it based on the blog. So definitely check that out. And I've definitely been seeing more LEGO Islands pop up over the past couple weeks. I know y'all are starting to put out the more extensive ones, and really excited to see that. I know we're going to talk about that more in detail. I just got new glasses and they're a little tight, so they're giving me a headache, but so I'll be if I'm squinting, that's why. But I'll put them on for these questions. Let's see here. Oh yeah, could we? Yeah, okay, so there's another question very similar to the other one. Huge Mungo. The LEGO official islands are a little special as they have their own LEGO props. Could we as users look forward to access to tools like this in the future? Yeah, they're definitely, as Andrew said, they're definitely working towards a more extensive library. We're definitely working towards more tools. Just keep an eye out. Check out the latest updates. Keep an eye out on the blogs to get all the latest news on that. Do you know what we can do if our game has never been put in Discover? Definitely reach out. You can reach out to me, DM me. Sometimes there's some weird bug once in a very slim while, but most of the time it's just something that's on the back end that needs to be adjusted on your end. So we can definitely take a look. Thank you, Noodle Pats. And then, can the Legos use weapons for Royale style maps? I don't know that in detail yet. I don't know if y'all do. I know that involves ratings and things like that. So definitely double check your ratings in your region. And and things always change with stuff like that and it evolves, but keep an eye out. Definitely check for the ratings in your region and what is allowed there. Can creators expect IP-based bricks to be available to us? That we can't answer at this moment, I don't think, right, team? But definitely keep an eye out. I know we saw some stuff come out recently about Star Wars stuff. I don't know. All I know is I saw was
all a mystery, big mystery.
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
But and it's live, but I don't know specifically what aspect yet, so we cannot say. But you keep an eye out, and you'll see very soon. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone putting question before the questions. This is so helpful. And we'll get back to it, and then I'll take another break in a little bit to cover some more. Thanks, Carol.
Yeah, of course. And reminder, all these are great questions. If you're asking for specific features, specific assets to be featured and that you want to have access to, there are a lot of assets. So make sure you put that as feedback somewhere, or what you would like next. It helps us to decide what we should build next. So yeah, no promises, but it definitely helps us build better. So yeah, thank you. Just as a final note on the OBBY game, we created hard mode because we know there's some hardcore speedrunners out there. So I want to see some great scores and how far you get on this. So show me as far as you get. I want to see it in the Discord. I want to see how far the creators get on hard mode of this game.
I'm not sure we actually have anyone in the office that finished hard mode yet. We have our QA, Rikke, who is the expert on this game. I don't think she actually finished it. I don't know if she's watching and if she's in the chat, but so that's a challenge.
Now you
right
definitely
there.
put pressure on Rikke.
Exactly.
I have a kind of a side question. I don't know how far each of you have gotten because I clearly have not gotten super far. But is there deeper into the game as you go? Is there a set of tiles Lego bricks and sections where that theme is your favorite, even though you haven't gotten there yet?
Well, I finished it, of course, but
Ooh,
after
nice.
spending a long time playing it, I think my favorite section is basically the game is built with the idea of constantly making it harder, but you get some breather rooms sometimes, so you get sections that are a little bit easier. But actually, Johannes made this really awesome system where you can actually tweak the difficulty in the game quite precisely just by changing variables inside UEFN, and it's a super nice system, and that means that you have some sections at the end that are really, really hard. And the Ninjago section in particular, I think the models look awesome, and it's borderline evil, but when you get to that point, you are really committed. So we can see that people that reach that point in the game, they generally tend to finish the game. Once you get there, you really are committed. So I would say the Ninjago section for me.
Okay, for me it's and I don't know if because they're just the easiest section, but I really love the musical stuff with the note and the big piano. It's just nice. It looks cool.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite.
That one was cozy. I love that one too. What about you, Carol?
Ooh, well, the truth is, it's all the food related ones. Mostly because I'm really hungry every time I'm playing it because it's lunchtime, but also because it's the easiest part and I never got that far and I'm constantly told I'm terrible at it. So there you go.
Is it Anders telling you that, or who is saying you are terrible at it?
It is not, but if they're watching the chat, you know.
Okay. Yeah. But
Darn.
one last thing I just want to say about the OBBY is that we think it would be worthwhile everybody's time to see a deep dive with Johannes that actually explains how he did the verse code for this game, because it's actually really nice architecture he did, a really nice system, a really nice modular system where we are reusing a lot of the stuff, a lot of the verse code in several of our games. And also this system that he made that enables non-technical people to easily add more content into the game and balance it and stuff. I think there are a lot of learnings there for creators that aren't like super great at verse yet, but just want to learn some nice stuff. So that is something, if that's interesting, that's something we might do in the future, like a technical deep dive in a live stream.
Yeah, definitely. If any of you watching, or you know people that can't be here right now, please let them know to reach out to either myself or to Ask Alice, aka Carol, in Discord. Let us know. You can also let us know in the actual feedback channel for Lego. But if there's actual deep dives you'd want about specific tool sets or islands or things, please let us know that you're interested. That really helps a lot. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Ascal. I appreciate you putting it in chat. And then it's very accessible of you. I appreciate that. And then we also have quite a few questions about what is coming in the future. I know there's only so much, that we've talked about, so don't want to put anyone in a tough spot being like, yeah, that thing's coming, and then it gets pushed, or a date or something like that. So for the people who are asking about what is to come, curious for this team, you might know more than me on that side. Is there any talk of maybe like a roadmap in the future for Lego islands, or Lego tools for island building? Anything that you can give us on that, even though we can't give specifics on very specific tools that are coming?
I think roadmaps are, so we just released this, right, 2 weeks ago. So we really just need to see what people create and learn from that. And then that will guide us. Of course, we have a lot of things in the works, but sort of a bigger roadmap, like you have the official UEFN roadmap. We are not there yet. We still need to learn. Yeah.
Cool. Good to know.
But I think a lot of I think we can say that a lot of the suggestions we're hearing from fans and a lot of the wishes are also suggestions and wishes that we have. So we'll see what we can do. But we are very excited about also hearing more stuff from fans and creators, what they want. But we are a lot of people working on this, a lot of teams, both at Epic and the Lego group. So there will definitely be a lot more stuff. Exactly what, we'll see. We can't promise anything yet.
Awesome. Thank you for the insight. So you heard them. If you've got ideas, you've got suggestions, please let us know. And your questions are not going unheard. What would be really great, though, is to share the things that you're asking about. If you really want them, please put it on our forums. Please put it on our Discord under feedback. please let the team know, because then we can, accurately keep track of them. People can upvote them on the forum, and that helps give the team ideas for, a lot of people really want this, and so do we, or it helps us gauge priority, which is really helpful. So hopefully that's helpful. Share device win. You get out of here, Spanky. Share device win. I love you. And is it Epic that makes all combined? The team works together to produce these tools and these islands. I believe Lego themselves built these Lego islands specifically, though, right? It was all y'all.
With partners, close partners as well.
This one was built
partners.
all by us internally, but the next ones we'll talk about was actually built with partners. Yeah.
That's right. Yes, OBBY. This one that you're seeing right now on screen, this one was built completely internally with Lego. So that's why all the little pieces are very detailed and specific and built by Lego builders. So that's super cool. But yeah, double checking. We have any other good questions?
So many
on my way
questions,
to try
actually.
hard mode. Yeah, so many questions. For hard mode, I know we were talking about it coming. I don't think you mentioned a date or anything. Is it just something to look out for?
It's coming very soon.
So we have our release
Great.
manager, Glenda, to quote her, super soon.
Ooh,
Okay.
super TM, super soon TM.
Yeah.
By Lego R. Let me see. Cool. And if you have super technical questions, I don't think we'll be able to answer them here because we want to make sure we get through other things, but feel free, put them in the Lego chat. You can definitely see the team is in there. They're responding. I don't know. Is it best to also suggest that they tag you, Alice, if they have a specific question and maybe or someone in particular within the Lego chat on Discord? What do you recommend?
Yeah, tag me, ask Alice in the Discord, and I'll reply to you. And if I can't reply to you, some technical questions, I'll wrangle someone on the team that'll come and help you.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you. And if we get enough questions, maybe there's a future where we do some sort of AMA or something. I know we were talking about one. But yeah, we'll see. Lots of questions in here today. All right, well, I'll keep the ball rolling. I'll pass it back to you, Carol. Let's talk about the next amazing creation.
Yeah, so we said that we wanted to create a game that Fortnite players would be familiar with, but we also wanted to try and make something that was very, very Lego-fied, essentially. So maybe Rasmus can tell us about what our thought process was behind actually creating Raft.
Yes, I think Anders will talk more specifically to the game, but the idea was to really have the starting point more in Lego playing and playing with a Lego toy. So actually, we did a game jam with a bunch of creators and partners, and the brief was make a game inspired by your childhood where you were playing with Lego bricks. And so we started the game jam with all these creators having all these great memories of Christmas evenings and the Christmas tree and opening great presents with a big Lego boxes inside. And then I had a childhood memory about my Black Seas Barracuda pirate ship, which is what you're actually seeing here in the game, where I was actually playing with it in the bathtub. And it would always sink. So the pirates, they had to survive by swimming through the water and going on these rafts and stuff like that, because the Lego ship couldn't actually float. The toy couldn't actually float. And so one of the teams, an amazing partner that we have called Sublab, they decided to use my childhood memory for the game jam. That's not why they actually won an award in the game jam, but this is this was actually the starting point, was this game.
Sure.
So yeah. No nepotism.
I can testify that there were more judges than Rasmus in this, so more metrics than Rasmus' childhood.
I paid them off though, but yeah, well, I didn't.
No, it is that's such a cool story. I love that. It's very neat that it ties into real life events, and especially something that's so near and dear to your heart. That's really cool.
And what I really love is that Raft is a result of a game jam, right? So really, to everyone on the stream, if you are in doubt if you should ever do a game jam, do it, because beautiful things can definitely come out of it. Even though you only have a couple of days to make a thing, then for instance, Raft became a thing. So that's super cool. But
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Anders. I
No
really wanted to
worries.
hear though from you the when you mentioned game jam, we were actually talking about this yesterday. Um, can you explain just like super shortly? I know we have a lot to cover, but like the essence of a game jam, what that really feels like, what you're actually trying to just achieve by doing it. Because I think we've done some game jams here with this community, but I don't think we've ever talked about like the true essence of doing that from a developer standpoint, from back in the day till now, and just kind of the true essence of that.
Right. It's essentially a extremely condensed production of a game and all aspects of it, usually just in a couple of days over a weekend. So you really experience all the different phases of making a game, all the crying, all the sweats, all the frustrations, the cokes, the pizzas, everything. It's really condensed in these couple of days. So it's when you're working in your day-to-day, even working in games or without games, you're sort of often working on projects that are so long that you can be in a phase for months and months and months. So it's super inspiring to just go in 2 or 3 days, first ideation, come up with some crazy ideas on napkins or whiteboards or whatever you throw up ideas, and then make it essentially just in a day and then polish it up right to the finish line and really crunch through until the submission date on the Sunday, for instance. So it's really all the phases in a condensed way.
Not just really.
I can.
Oh, go ahead, Carol.
Just to add to that, like I've met a lot of really great indie studios and developers and seen really amazing games over the years, especially in the indie scene. And every time that I've done interviews with them or featured them, I ask them like, how did you guys meet? And their origin story is always a game jam. So I think especially for in the Fortnite community and the UEFN and creative community, like all of you are really young. And if you have the time, like you're in school, if there's a game jam happening at your school or your university, you should definitely do it, because you might just meet your next CEO or something like that, or the people that you're going to build games with. You'd be really surprised. And speaking of which, we're actually going to be at the Nordic Game Jam on Friday. So please come look for me. I'll be wearing this shirt and my whole team is going to be there. And I'll be jamming all weekend long as well and trying to make a Lego game. So if you want to join my team, you can do so as well. So yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting. Congrats, y'all. That'll be a blast. I was thinking too of how this all related. If anybody who's watching, I'm sure all of you here have seen Lego Masters. It's basically it's like I guess video game version of that, when you see people or any of the other reality shows where they're building something with their hands, but then they just build something really quickly and then they've got to go in and polish it up as fast as humanly possible, and all the stress that comes from that when you're watching those shows. It's like that if you haven't participated. Also, super great show. But yeah, sorry with that. Thank you for that.
Yeah, Raft, maybe just spend one note on the game itself, because we didn't had a chance to dive into it. What I really love about Raft is it's a collaborative game, essentially, right? That you have you start on this essentially Rasmus's childhood on the Barracuda pirate ship, and then you're thrown out on these rafts with your team, and then waves of incoming cannonballs are hitting the different rafts. So you need to save your teammates if they're stranded in water and build more rafts and more rafts. And then essentially it's a wave system, so it gets more and more difficult and more extreme, and can get quite intense quickly. But I just love that you're sitting in a room or on voice chat and just screaming at each other, "Come on, save me, Rasmus, save me, save me!" And then he just run the other way. Yeah, ignore me.
He doesn't save you.
No.
But I actually also just the whole the whole feel of this game. Like if you play it and you start in sort of the lobby of the game is the pirate ship itself. And if you just go downstairs in the hull of the pirate ship, you can walk around and see these pirates doing stuff. And it just shows like the breadth of what we're actually bringing aesthetically to the Fortnite platform with this partnership. That this feels like something very, very different than Battle Royale, which is super awesome that you have this breadth of experiences now with the help of UEFN. So yeah, that's something you can really experience with this game, I think.
Yeah, and it's also a game where I really love the mix of the generic 3D assets and Fortnite assets mixed with our Lego assets, because it really tells that story of playing with the Lego bricks in the bathtub. Yeah, I just love that mixing. And there is an update, like OBBY, there is also an update coming out to Raft, which is super cool, because, you know, all games need big spectacle boss battles. So of course, inside the bathtub, a big kraken will appear. And so
oh, he's so small. Thank you.
Thank you. We said big.
Yeah, big. And bigger.
Oh my gosh.
Even bigger. Thank you so much,
Look
Dan.
at us.
I love it. So dynamic. Perfect.
So excited.
And what is for the I guess trained Lego eye, we are now also, you can see we're also bringing in the world of Duplo bricks, which is super fun, right? So the Kraken is built out of our Duplo system instead. So I really love that aesthetic, and it really again speaks to maybe your sister has joined Rasmus's bathtub and really annoying him with his big Kraken. So I love the storytelling in that.
I don't know if y'all can see, but in chat, I don't know if they're fellow colleagues of yours, but there's a lot of teasing going on, specifically aimed at both Anders and Rasmus. I don't know.
Well, and I think Rasmus, we have a Rasmus 1.0, 2.0, and just recently, and also one that worked on Raft, Rasmus 3.0.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of Rasmuses.
Yeah, I was the buggy original, and they keep updating them. You see, so yeah. That's
You got to keep with the times, you know, like always got to outdo each other. Oh my, this is amazing though. Thanks for pulling that up, Dan. Kraken looks spectacular. Someone said Bionicles. When? Stop. You stop. Let's see who else we got. Prior to your question, we'll collect them. Oh no, that's just I saw a question and I went. I'm just a simple person. Cool. Okay, everyone's keeping it super. If you got any questions, again, feel free to drop it in there. Thank you, Cog, for holding down the fort on chat. And take it away, Carol. What's next?
What's next? So we're gonna talk about some of our favorite islands, and we, like I said, you know, the Lego group is appearing, and we chose Fortnite to partner with because you're great partners, but also you have a great ecosystem and a lot of players. But we wanted to come in and, you know, offer something like for different people, and that's why we decided to make this kind of a different experience. So maybe Rasmus, do you want to talk a little bit about the Cat Island adventure again?
Oh yes. So I guess if we can just pull up the Cat Adventure Island, Dan. So we kind of went from saying, "Oh, that's the OBBY video," which is also awesome. But yeah.
There we go. Smooth transition from the water.
Yeah. So we went from trying to make a game that, you know, with Lego OBBY Fun that was kind of familiar to the Fortnite audience, to a very sort of Lego toy inspired game with the Lego Raft Survival, and now we are actually looking at seeing what if we kind of make more digital toys and experiences that are not really seen that much on Fortnite yet, but it's something that we know a lot of our audience, a lot of Lego kids are really interested in, like nurture play, is playing around, sort of Tamagotchi play. So this game is really about you on an island. You meet a cat. The cat is hungry, and then you go from there. So you basically have this experience with the cat. A lot of different mini games. It has needs. It is very, very cute. It is if you are familiar with Lego, it's a cat that you will know. You can customize it even in the game. You can find different hats for the cat. It eats very, very weird stuff. The cat. I have in our house, we are huge cat fans. We have 3 cats. None of our cats eat any of the stuff that this cat eats. And actually, this game made my daughter play Fortnite. I have a 10-year-old daughter who if you asked her about playing Fortnite, she wasn't really into shooter games or anything. But then I showed her this cat game, and she actually made this little video of what the ideal cat game for her would be like. And I think that video was actually shown to the amazing partner who did this game with us. They're called Preloaded. I don't know if they were inspired by it or not, but one of the aspects she had was cat customization, the idea that you can give hats to the cat, and that's in here. So you could also cook for the cat. You can give the cat a bath. You can do lots of different fun stuff with your cat, and that's really what you do. And the idea was to launch this and really try to look at how can we bring our audience in to the Fortnite platform with games like this. And this is just a start. This was kind of a small test. And then we want to build a lot more on these types of games, this game, but also other games like it that has this what we call nurture play that is just super cute. Yeah, so I hope you like it.
Oh my goodness. I want to talk about the detail that went into this island, especially too, just like you're saying. Is there anything that any of you find that's a little added detail that you love the most that maybe not everyone has caught, or something that is really special or made you smile or chuckle, or that you're really happy was ended up in the end product?
I love the cat's meow sounds because it sounds super cute, but still a little bit cranky. I find that hilarious, really hilarious.
We actually have a great story about how we made the cat sound. I think eventually we'll have to like show behind the scene footage of like exactly how we got this cat sound because it's pretty funny.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, my favorite was it was sitting and was playing for a while, and I like got off to do something on my phone over on the side, and my partner was like, "Is that cat it's farting?"
It really is.
What? And he was like, "Whoop." I'm like, what did I give it? Is it because I didn't give it fish? Is it because I gave it weird things, Rasmus?
Who knows? Who knows? It's very experimental, just like normal life with cats is. It's a great cat simulator, I would say, for how it is or cat owner simulator, I would say. But there are so many details in the animations and in the also both with the cat, but also the things you can activate, the stuff you can cook. You can cook some pretty nasty stuff for that cat actually in this game. That alone is worth it to play it, I would say. So go ahead and have fun with it.
I think for me, as a massive Lego fan, I just love the use of a wonderful frog element, and I see Carol also has the bonsai tree behind her. We love that frog element; it's the best. And seeing that animated and come to life is just. Cats are fine, but I think we should probably about a frog game as well.
Grab it.
Ah, just all
Lego
excited.
Frog
We've got
Simulator.
A lot of chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I just want to say, I think this was
the animation.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. But I also think this is probably. Oh, this is amazing, Carol.
Yeah, all pink frogs.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can have two options when you buy the Lego bonsai model, and it's either leaves, or if you want it to be pink cherry blossoms, it's pink frogs actually on it.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Shout out to Nick Buss, who made this set.
Awesome.
Aww.
But I think this is probably one of the most talked about islands that we've done because it's so different. And it was very, very well received. It's not the most played, but it was quite played, and it was very, very well received, and so many people are talking about it because it just looks so different, and it really shows this sort of mission of play diversity that we want to bring with the Lego brand to Fortnite. And it's not because we don't like shooters. As we mentioned, the destruction of the Lego bricks and stuff, we think that is great. That is one form of play that we also deliver in our play sets. But this is also something that is really dear to our hearts, and we can really bring that family audience into Fortnite. And that actually means that you, the creators, have a lot more different types of games you can create, because you'll have a lot more different types of players that will be interested in those types of games.
We've got a lot of love in chat for both cats and frogs now. Thanks, Anders.
Nice.
We love that. Someone was saying the animation gives them life for the way the cat moves, and then someone else said the sounds that the cat makes are so funny. And then we've got 101 Frogs, Lego Frogger. It's like a Lego and Froggy collab. I see you over there, Carol. And just a lot of love overall. I mean, cute animals in Lego. It's really just a perfect fit.
I do have to say this game went kind of viral on like a lot of platforms. People were really into the cat, and actually, surprisingly, a lot of men who were like, I'm a like 33-year-old man who work in tech, and I still really love playing this cat game.
Oh, yay! As they should. Look at this.
As they should.
The attention to detail. I think it's the attention to detail that speaks to all of us, especially those in games for years. It's awesome. I mean, the bubbles alone in that hot tub. Look at that. Oh, chef's kiss.
Yes. Awesome. All right. So on that note, we have a lot more experiences to come. Just keep an eye out for things. We want to try all kinds of different things, maybe longer experiences. Maybe we want to iterate on these ones, but give us your feedback and what you like and what, we also want to learn from the other Fortnite creators as well. Let us know how you kind of make your games, and we kind of want to like see what's like the best experience to have on this platform. And like I said, we're trying to change it up a little bit, and we're trying to bring more diversity to the ecosystem. So, if you think that this is like something really cool to make and you want to start making chill, nurture cat games, let us know and we'll give you the tools to do it.
Let them know.
On
You
that
heard it,
note,
chat.
thank you. I have a few questions I've seen people ask pretty often. So I just want to ask like Anders and Rasmus if you can answer them. Sorry, I'm putting you on the spot. But the biggest one is like, will you be able to import your own Lego builds into Creative or UEFN?
Yeah, of course, this is an area we want people to be creative with the Lego bricks. Of course, we have super excited with all the stuff we have released right now, but obviously we are looking into all kind of different possibilities for how we can be even more creative with the bricks. So cannot officially share anything now, but just stay tuned for all the cool updates that are coming out and down the pipes.
Yeah, I think another question was also whether or not people can start doing brick by brick building. I think like, very specific elements are always something that people really want to see in games, so they can like make their own sets. Is that something also that you think we're going to have one day?
I think I have to say the same thing as previous. But honestly, we would of course love also to get to hear what the creators, what you all actually want to be able to build, and what elements you would like to see and add it to the library. So firing back.
Yeah, so let us know. We know this is a question that like came up a lot, so I'm just addressing it, but let us know exactly what you want, because there's a lot of Lego elements, there's a lot of Lego bricks, and there's a lot of Lego sets that are really great. Even IPs that you really love, let us know so that we can like consider it for our roadmap. So yeah, thanks everyone. Okay, I think we're they're very excited. Onto the best part, which is your picks, your games. That's what we've been playing nonstop in the office, and I love it. There's a lot of screaming when that happens, so I always know we're doing it.
Mostly from Rasmus,
so why don't we?
I would say.
Yeah, mostly.
Oh well.
This is a true fact. We actually have to start a swear jar just for Rasmus because of this. But yeah.
I'm feeling the love here, definitely.
It comes from a place of deep appreciation. But Anders, why don't you tell us what your picks are, and Rasmus can also tell us what his picks are, and you can tell us like what your favorite ones are, and I'll share the codes in the chat, and I'll also do a shout out afterwards in the Discord for all those who create. And if this is one of your games, let us know so that we can like give you a big shout out.
Definitely, yeah. I love diving into Fortnite and just selecting the Lego Island tag and just explore what is there. There's always something new and fun, so super inspiring to see. And I really enjoy putting challenges on Rasmus as one of my deep appreciations of finding something that Rasmus can be annoyed with in a good way. So I actually really love that we had this little challenge to each other where we each picked two games, two awesome Lego experiences, Lego Islands made by you all. And I might have tended to specific game type that I really like or find super interesting, and that I also knew that would maybe frustrate Rasmus a little bit.
Well, it was
So,
okay. It's okay. I liked it.
Yeah. So the first one I picked was called Laser Jump by Laser Goat.
Oh,
Awesome username, by the way. And that was I love to see these little bit interesting ways of competitive challenges. So it was standing on this platform where they played with a really nice camera angle, so you saw it from more top-down perspective. And then you had to, with all the players in the level, essentially jump over moving laser platforms that came from all kind of different sides. And it was highly unpredictable where it came from, the different lasers. And what I loved observing, watching Rasmus play it, was his, he was thought it wasn't that difficult, and he was saying, "Oh, it's too easy. You probably ramp up the difficulty a bit more." And then 5 seconds later, he died by the laser.
I almost rage quit.
So no, it was a super fun game to play, and I have been a little bit addicted to it because I really want to win. It's that All Guys type thing where you jump in many players, and then you want to be the top crowned player at the end. So that type of game, really like that one. Yeah, and I think Carol, you're posting the island codes, right?
Yes, I am.
Awesome.
She's on it.
Then the second one, maybe a little bit my nerdy side, my math side, but there was this. I love these color guessing games, and one of them that was quite interesting, I found, was made by SimTX. Sorry if I'm butchering the username. And the game is called Brick Math Parkour. Which, I was, the math aspect interested me.
Yeah.
We also had at the Lego group, we really loved the learning through play and this aspect. So I thought this could be quite interesting to play a parkour game or a color swap game with math. And that is literally what it is. And I really found it super fun also to play myself, but also again to observe Rasmus and and see him jump off the platform. So how it works, there is an equation on the top of the screen in the HUD, and then you need to jump on the correct answer essentially on these color platforms. That was super fun, and then see how far you could go. And Rasmus, we did never figure out the banana aspect of that. There was a weird obsession with bananas, and you could throw them.
The mysterious banana, but
mysterious
it had that
banana, yeah.
But also the linear aspect of a color switch game was interesting because you kind of wanted to get as far as possible in it, and that was interesting because I constantly overextended myself. I was like, sure, I can reach the next number 2, but then a number 2 doesn't really appear, and then you are really far, and then you die, and then I was so close to rage quitting because but that's a good sign. That means you are emotionally invested as long as you don't actually do rage quit. And Anders, he was standing behind me going, ha ha ha, you know. So that was really fun. So I love that linear aspect as well at the same time. And then the banana, I think it also killed me a few times that I was trying to throw bananas at the other players, but I don't know what it did. So try it out.
That's
and figure out
incredibly
what
clever design if they just put it in there just to throw you off.
Yeah.
That would be evil. That would be evil. But yeah, maybe.
I loved your evil Anders laugh, Rasmus.
Yeah, very accurate. Very accurate.
Somebody please clip that so I can use it as like a notification or something.
Yeah, just repeat it constantly. Yeah, that would be great.
Oh, sorry. I just want to say finally on that I want to back up what you said, Anders, about how Lego feels about math games and learning through play. And every time we see a math game over here, we get so excited that someone's finding a unique way to do that, and and it's exciting. It's challenging. It's something to do to like keep your brain healthy and things like that as well. Yeah. So really fun to see those. So shout out to those creators. We appreciate you.
Cool. So shall I mention my picks now?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Go for it.
Because I also tried to challenge Anders a little bit, but The first game I picked, I was actually being nice because that was actually just a game I found super fun, and it was fun to see Anders also find it super fun. And that is Block's Back Room by Vince. I hope I pronounce your name correctly. But essentially, it's a shooting game. And it feels like an old school shooter, and it's just so frantic, so full of energy. I think Anders died 4 seconds after he entered the game, so it was totally worth it to pick that for him, of course. So you are in a back room and you just run around and you shoot. So it's a fairly familiar genre, but it's really also a nice test of all the fun Lego versions of the weapons that we did. So you have the snowball launcher, you have the goo gun, you have I can't remember what they're all called, but it's really, really fun because it's just about running around and shooting and finding little sort of tricks about hiding behind corners, go out, shoot somebody with the goo gun, go back in, and that's all it is, but it's so much fun. So that's, again, it's a very sort of familiar genre for the Fortnite audience, of course, but it's just really fun to see that in a Lego version. And I think you actually had a hard time stopping that game, Anders. You were like, okay, now, Anders, I have to let you try the next game, but you just wanted to keep going.
I actually think it was the last game we played.
Yeah,
and
that was
also,
the last game.
It was a bit late in the evening, and I really couldn't stop playing it because I had that one more round.
Exactly.
I really, really wanted to do better. And it really, you're absolutely right, Erasmus. It reminded me of the good old days where I played, Quake and these closed rooms, simple shooter games. It was fun. Really fun.
Super hectic and stuff like that. Amazing. And so the other game, that is again diversity in genres. Again, a genre that is becoming increasingly popular with kids. In the Lego group, we call them spooky games. Other people might call them horror games. That's a little bit extreme in this case to say that, maybe. But the game is Block Monster by Ryle James. So it's a kind of spooky game. It's in first-person mode, and you start inside this house. And the pacing of this game is amazing because you go in, you don't really know what you're supposed to do. You have this scary music, and Anders, he was like, "Oh, what's this? It's probably not that scary. It's fine." And then he goes in, and the music is just there, and it's eerie, and it becomes more and more creepy. And then you have the simple tasks lists about clean up the garage, find all the books, I think it is. And then you find out that you need to get access to the basement. There are so you have to search through the house, and it's just creepy, and nothing is really going on. And then all of a sudden, you get access. You go upstairs because up there is something that you need to get access to the basement. Spoiler alert! Sorry, too late. Spoiler alert. And then you get a jump scare. And Anders, he was like, oh! Like it was so good. It was so great to watch, right? And you were like,
it was also evil, Rasmus, because I don't. It's probably because you know that I love these tedious cleaning simulator games like House Flipper or Power Simulator. I just love these doing this tedious task and getting in that zen mode. So I completely forgot it was this spooky game, and then suddenly that jump scare was it got me.
I was trying to destroy these other games for you forever, but I don't know if I succeeded. But anyway, after that, you are like, oh, I know I have to explore this other room, but I don't even want to go in there because it might just happen again, But then you actually managed to finish the game. But the build-up in that game, actually the level design and the pacing, it's not a complicated game to do in terms of the technical aspects, but how the Lego elements were used. A lot of the Lego assets from the template, of course, and how the sound is building up the game, and how the level design and the pacing was done was just brilliant. So it's a short game. It will take you maybe 10-15 minutes to finish, but I could see a whole game with several different levels and just building up. So again, it's this is actually a space, the spooky space, that we really want to also create games in for Fortnite, because we know a lot of kids are into that, especially girls actually, and so expect more cute animal games, but also some spooky games, maybe a combination spooky cat game. I don't know, maybe there's something there. So
Oh my
Block
gosh.
Monster by Ryle James, highly recommended.
I think Shane and I can totally attest to you love cute things and pink, but you also want to be scared a little bit all the time. But yeah,
That's right.
it's part of our thing. Yeah.
I see you. I love that.
Awesome.
Were there any other ones we wanted to cover? Did you have any, Carol? Was there anything that stood out to you?
I did not make any picks. I didn't think about that, actually.
Oh, we're too busy as community managers to think about that. We're too busy going, what are we even? We got to get this thing rolling. We didn't even get to. We didn't get assigned anything about it. Oh, no.
I let these people making the games have fun. Like, look at these two leads. Like, what are you doing all day? Just playing games.
I will say that I'm excited to jump in. I've been so busy playing games that we needed to touch on and talk about and for research for different events we're doing that I haven't been able to just scroll through the Lego Island sections and just play random ones. So after we're done here, I think I'm going to take a couple hours to just kind of just finally catch up on playing all those things and now that we don't have a live stream for a bit, been a lot of stuff to plan. So but yeah, super exciting. Well, thank you all for sharing. And yeah, that's super exciting. So shout out to all those creators. If you heard Islands, if you know of those creators, if you're friends with them, let them know they got a shout out on Creating in Fortnite. Yeah. And Carol's putting that in the Discord as well to give that shout out. So hopefully we can find them in there and they'll get tagged. But yeah, was there anything else y'all wanted to cover, Carol? Anything else we wanted to talk about, or is that it for our first time?
That's it for our first time. I hope that went well. I hope people liked it. We kept it high level. We can go really, really deep next time. We can do fun behind the scenes content. If you want to see how, we create ASMR with Lego bricks, let us know. We can show you that content too. If you want a tour of our, brick collection, we can also do that. Whatever you think, it would be cool to understand, what our process is. We are also creators just like you, and we're a pretty small and mighty team. So we just want to inspire people to make more and, hopefully, as the saying goes, inspire the builders of tomorrow. So, yeah.
That's right. Oh, and if you want to showcase your builds to us, we also have the showcase section in the Discord for Lego Island. So please go in there. Please share your creations. I know the team is super excited to see those. We also use the showcase sections in our official channels to find cool islands to surface in unique ways. And we're working on more ways to do that in the future. So keep an eye out. But yeah, we definitely want to keep finding new ways to bring forth the cool stuff that y'all are making and show the world, hopefully inspire others. So please add it to the showcase, use the appropriate tags so it can get to all those who are looking for them. And yeah, keep on keeping on with that. Well, thank you so much, Lego Group, for being here, for helping us, for bringing all this awesome information and insight and fun stories. This was super fun. Thank you again for staying late for us to do this. I hope you all have a wonderful night. And is there any last thoughts for the community you'd like to share, Anders and Rasmus?
No, I just want to dive in and see all the stuff that is being shared and play some of these cool experiences.
Yeah, me too. It's been really great to see so far, and the amount of things people are creating is just incredible. So and we are trying to play it all, but it's actually a little bit hard to keep up.
And
feedback.
Such is my life.
And feedback,
the feedback as well. So keep it coming.
Yep, keep that feedback coming. Well, thank you so much to Anders, Rasmus, and Carol for being here. We appreciate you. We'll see you all on our channels. Make sure and keep a lookout for them in our Lego sections. Feel free to share your thoughts, your feedback, and your islands. We're always looking for all of that from you, and we're excited to see what the future holds with Lego Islands and Game Builders. So thank you again to all who attended. If you want something more of a deep dive, vibe, feel free to reach out to us. Let us know what ideas you have. We would love to hone in on some really more complex stuff, specifically when building out these Lego Islands. So let us know your thoughts. But with that, Dan the Van Man, take us out. This is it for today's episode, and thanks for all who joined in. We'll see you again soon. And yeah, keep on sharing all the cool content y'all have. We appreciate you. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Shane. Thanks, Dan.